Hey guys, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss Zombieland 2, or Zombieland Double Tap. This is the 2019 sequel to the 2009 cult classic film Zombieland. All of our main actors are back. We have Emma Stone, we have Jesse Eisenberg, we have Abigail Breslin, we have Woody Harrelson. We also have, now in this film, we have Rosario Dawson, we have Avon Jogia, the awesomeness dude that he is. We have Thomas Middlewich, I think that's how you say his name. I can never remember how to say it. We have Luke Wilson as well. We have an all-star cast, right? It's interesting having this as a sequel 10 years later, right? There was so much hype for this. The trailer made it look so fun. Then you have this really ditzy character named Madison who just does not belong in the plot at all. And I actually got up to go to the bathroom, and I try my hardest not to do that, but this movie was very cringeworthy. Like, I was like, ugh. Like, a lot. And I was like, oof. Like, no. Emma Stone and Jesse Eisenberg are amazing together, right? The core four, amazing together. Rosario, Luke, Thomas, an awesome addition into the mix. Granted, Luke and Thomas, we said adieu. But Rosario being thrown into the mix in the new crew, awesome, right? The objective was to get to Babylon, from the White House to Graceland to then Babylon, right? Kind of a thing. Little Rock winds up going out with Berkeley, who's Avon Jogia, and they're on their way. But then the zombies have mutated a bit to be really, really fast, so they're called either bolts or T-800s, something to that extent. There's a lot of pop culture reference, but the timeline's a little weird because you don't actually know if it's a true 10 years later kind of a thing. Like, I really like knowing that, Jesse and Emma were in their 20s when they filmed the first one, and they're in their 30s filming the second one, so they'll be in their 40s filming the third one. It's just, there's a ghost, obviously. It's just funny, knowing that those little nuances to the background, to the actors and actresses, that, the great talents that they are. But they're making fun of selfies at one point, but I don't remember selfies being a thing in 2009. So how could it be a thing in Zombieland when there was no social media, kind of a thing? They do explain that there's still electricity because the dams keep going, because the rain keeps falling. I get that, but obviously social media wouldn't be a thing. Like, no one's on a phone, I don't know. It's just a little confusing. Just like, again, I'm nitpicking the little nuances. They make a jab at Uber, which I thought was fun, but not by name, just by reference, kind of a thing. Not one mention of Twinkies, minus a stuffed Twinkie being strapped to one of the cars. I don't know. It was just dull. Like, the first one just came out of nowhere, and you're like, oh my god, this is awesome. And when we were just talking about it, recently, it has so many meme references, so much pop culture meme reference to now, 10 years later. Like, that says something. That's something that stands a test of time. Mean Girls, for instance, 2004's Mean Girls. That is one of the most quoted films that I know of. And I've been around on social media. I know my tags. I know my memes. October 3rd is one of the craziest days on the internet, specifically because of Mean Girls. You got April 8th with Empire Records. You got October 3rd for Mean Girls. It's interesting, right? So then, knowing how impactful the first movie was, I honestly expected greatness. I think I've been spoiled this week because I have seen Jexy, I have seen the 40th anniversary showing of Alien, I saw The Addams Family, and now I'm seeing Zombieland Double Tap. I'm going to be seeing another new movie, very soon, making it 5 for 5 weekdays. I'm very excited about that. But I just expected a lot more from this film because of the cultural impact that it had, and as well as the absolute pure talent of a cast that we had. I just cringed way too much at the awkward moments, and that was the weird part. Like, this Madison character, for instance, she's just a ditz, and you know she's a ditz, and you're supposed to be like, oh god, she's a ditz. But like, there were moments where she would do something that's supposed to be funny, and there would be like dramatic pause, like to give the audience time to laugh, and no one laughed. And like, you can tell it was like forced, and like, no, have it natural. Like, Jexy was hysterical because of how natural it was. There was no awkward pausing and nothing to that extent. Addams Family, it's a cartoon, it's a CGI film, and that was such a natural bringing of dialogue, of comedic timing. I don't know what happened with this film. It's the same people that made the first one. It's just weird. It's just weird. I respect the actors. I respect the bringing it back 10 years later to do a sequel. I respect the potential third one 10 years from now. Hopefully the planet is not in flames from the stuff going on. But yeah, did you guys see Zombieland Double Tap? Were you as disappointed as I was? #disappointed. Mucho mahalo, guys.